You know, I saw the article on Lyle Larson, Commissioner Lyle Larson. I have a lot of respect for him, but unless you are like you ask the families in Utah if they have overreacted or underreacted, and they're up. When you have a family that's in a cave, that's not the exact situation here, but we could have had that situation. And I'll tell you right now that if you look at the path of Beulah and look at the path of this hurricane, it was the same one. What happened is the weather experts can tell you there's a higher low that was in Florida or somewhere in the United States that pushed it south, which I'm glad that happened. But the paths were the same, and you don't want to wait till that hurricane is right on your back door to get out. Now, you got to remember, and this is maybe something Commissioner Lyle Larson doesn't know, or maybe he doesn't know. Once they passed the Yucatan Peninsula, it was going to move fast. And the state of Texas has a plan that you need to evacuate starting 48 hours before. 48 hours before Wednesday at 2 o'clock, which is the original time, was Monday at 2 o'clock. The state also was calling me on Friday saying, yes, you have 48 hours to start evacuating people, which is on Monday. But you need to tell us 48 hours before that what your plan's going to be, whether you're going to evacuate. So Friday, they said you have till Saturday at 2 o'clock. I don't think we overreacted. I think that we were well prepared, and it showed. Unless it happens to you directly, do you feel that, I mean, do you really have a better feel of that? And it's unfortunate, but maybe we need to meet and educate ourselves. All he has to do is travel north to Horseshoe Bay and Marble Falls and ask the county judge of Burnett County if maybe they should not have been more prepared.
And therefore, by the same token, you would defend the actions of the state emergency management, for being so prepared.
I publicly thank the governor and Jack Colley for bringing these forces down here. And another point you got to look at is that Commissioner Lyle Larson maybe doesn't understand the infrastructure or lack of infrastructure that we have and don't have. The dams of Amistad, Falcon, and Anzaduas were already at 95%. So when you dump more water in the system, obviously it has to go somewhere. Anzaduas Dam at 95% would have indirectly impacted us. So whether a hurricane was coming directly or not, we still have a situation where we have to have our resources ready. And you can never be over-prepared for these situations. You cannot be, and you got to remember also that this hurricane was bigger than the size of Texas. So even if it hit 50 miles south of Brownsville, we were going to get in a big, serious situation here. And if I had to do it again, I would probably even call more resources together, because I am not going to put the lives of the Hidalgo County residents at chance. I'm not a gambler. I'm not going to be a gambler, and we want to make sure that we're prepared. We learned a lot out of this situation. We learned that we need to make a good thing even better. There's always room for improvement. So it's unfortunate that article came out, and I'm contemplating a letter to Commissioner Larson and maybe educating him and asking him to come visit us locally instead of making those public comments.
And we were talking about if the wall is built, if the fence is built along the border, it'll, what's going to happen if you have a hurricane dump a lot of water? You're either going to have the fence that is going to be collapsed because of the water pressure, or you're going to have it act as a natural barrier, and it's going to flood in Mexico, or on this side, it's going to flood our side, depending on where the water is.
I don't see how it can help the valley.
Yeah.
And instead of criminologists, we need to get hydrologists involved.
We're talking about added expense down the road when we don't know what the consequential damages are that could result from this fence.